Right now, both the prosecution and defense have delivered closing arguments in the fatal boat crash trial of real estate developer George Pino.
CBS News Miami's Nakaya Carrero is your reporter inside the courthouse in Miami, where loved ones from both sides impacted by the crash packed the courtroom. Nakaya?
That's right, Lauren and Jim. Both prosecutors and the defense team used their closing arguments to drive home whether Pino committed a crime when he hit that channel marker, ending the life of 17-year-old Lucy Fernandez. Now, families of both Lucy Fernandez and George Pino filled the courtroom with tears in their eyes as they listened to the legal teams.
This person right here in the white bathing suit with the little flowers, that's Lucy.
Lead prosecutor Laura Adams started her closing argument by telling jurors this is a case about responsibility and accountability. Lucy Fernandez's parents and family members sat with tears in their eyes as they listened. The attorney told jurors that the boat crash was a consequence of Pino's actions that day, and the developer trying to turn the boat last minute was irresponsible.
He's going too fast. He has too many people on the boat. He can't turn because boats don't turn on a dime. He can't turn to avoid the collision because boats are steered from behind. So when he makes that turn, what happens? He slams the starboard side of his boat right into that channel marker.
Pino is charged with 2 charges. The first, vessel homicide. Prosecutors told jurors to ask themselves, is Lucy dead? Death was caused by the operation of the vessel, and was the vessel operated in a reckless manner, causing death or great bodily harm? The second, manslaughter. Was an intentional act committed causing death, and were the actions in totality result in death and caused by culpable negligence? Pino's defense telling the jury the state has not proven that Pino is guilty.
Nothing unusual about the way Mr. Pino was operating his vessel. He wasn't drag racing. He wasn't doing donuts in the water. He isn't like one of those jet skiers that's trying to jump weights and do all sorts of thrill-seeking activities.
His defense team saying his actions that day were not intentional. Pino's wife and daughter, whose birthday celebration it was that weekend, cried as his lawyer said their client did not want to put anyone's life at risk.
He may not be the coolest dad, but he's also not a crook.
Now, happening right before we came on air, the judge was giving the jury instructions regarding how to deliberate regarding the charges in this case. So coming up at 6, we will have the latest information on where we are regarding jury deliberations. Reporting live in Miami, Nakaya Carrero, CBS News, Miami.